Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm reviewing set 7151, the Sith Infiltrator, which released April 1st, 1999. Had one minifigure, 244 pieces, and originally retailed for $30. If you want this set new in box, it's going to be about $150. And if you want it used, it's going to be about $35. Now we're going to jump into the one minifigure this set has. Now the lone minifigure in this set is Darth Maul, who I have reviewed in set 7101, the lightsaber duel. This is the exact same minifigure from that set. He has the exact same torso printing, which is just printing of his robes, no leg printing, no arm printing, and if we look on his back side, no printing on his back. Underneath the hood, he has a beautiful face print for the time. It does not wrap all the way around the head, but it didn't need to because of the hood. And then his accessory is, of course, his double-bladed lightsaber, which I didn't put in his hands because it was covering up the minifigure. Not much to say about this minifigure. For the time, he was a really excellent minifigure. And in this set, which cost $30 for one minifigure, you can kind of see why it was like a little bit outrageous to get this set, because you could get this exact same minifigure in a cheaper set that was also released at the same time. But what makes this set so worth it is the ship, which I'm going to review now. Now here's the actual set. The main reason you would buy this is for the Sith Infiltrator. You can see that it uses the same color scheme that a lot of the sets at this time use, that blue, light gray, dark gray, and black. You can see some nice detailing on the sides to represent just greebling and all of that. You can see there's some nice printed pieces to represent the cockpit and the windshield. There's one up top to represent that cockpit, and there's one more really nice printed piece right here, and this is what you're actually going to open to get Darth Maul in there. These wing pieces, if I can get it to focus, actually were very fragile, as you can see, but they did move up and down. Let's see if I can fix it. But they do move like up and down. This is how you would put it into flight mode and not flight mode, but they just kind of rest in this position. You can see how it's blocky, but still keeps that like nice narrow shape. Obviously, they'd refine this in later editions because we have like 6 of this set now. That's about all I can say for the design. This is the very first old Lego Star Wars set I ever got, and it is always been my favorite just because Darth Maul is one of my favorite Siths, if not my favorite. So this ship always had a lot of meaning to me. Even though I wasn't alive at the time it came out, it's still one of my personal favorites. But now if we want to get into the play features, we can start up front right here. And if you actually pull this black part right here, this lifts open, and you can see the 3 droids. These are supposed to be the 3 probe droids that Darth Maul sends out to find Anakin and Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon. It's just 2 pieces put together. They don't really do much. They don't have a play feature to be launched out like in later editions. They're kind of just there. But there's 3 of them, and they sit and rest in this part of the ship. Now, this front section was actually for Darth Maul's lightsaber. You would take it apart like this, or I guess you could leave one of the blades in there, I think, and you just take it apart, and it just slides right there. Nope, you do have to take it apart. But you can see it just fits right there, and then you close this up, and it's a tight fit. It's not going to fall out unless you dump it out. There's nothing holding it down. per se. So if you're swinging this around, flying it around, and you flip it upside down, then all of this stuff is probably going to fall out, which is probably why a lot of it got lost with kids playing with it. But really nice play feature there, just to have that storage space. Moving on to the only and other play feature this set has is the back. Now, in order to access this one, you lift up this blue piece right here, and now this is able to come down, and when you flip it down, you can see a speeder bike in there. Now, this bike is the exact same one in the lightsaber duel. So if you got this one and the lightsaber duel, you could have both Qui-Gon and Darth Maul riding one. But if we take our Darth Maul minifigure, I'm gonna take his cape off real quick. I don't like damaging my capes, so we can take him, sit him down, and put him underneath the bike part. And as you can see, he kind of just sits there. He doesn't do anything special. And even if you take a look inside the cockpit here, you can see it's just these two red pieces and this red piece, which helps guide the speeder bike into place. There's no, you have to lift his arms up. There's no window or like anything to represent like any form of like view to the outside. Like most sets, like the TIE Fighters, the Y-Wings, all had like pictures to represent the trench. This has nothing in it because you're not really going to be seeing into it. So you kind of just slide him in, and now he's in there, and you just close this up, pull this down, and now he's in there, and you can fly this ship around. The only thing I have to say that I don't like about this ship is definitely these, and this was a common piece that they used a lot for their sets, and it's just super loose, and it doesn't really do a lot. Like, it keeps it upright and looking good, but like for kids who are going to be playing with this and like pretending to swoosh it around, these probably got lost really easily. But that's about it for this set. It's really simple. One minifigure has two play features, but that's what I love about it. It is one of my favorite ships, and it is personally one of my favorite sets right here, just because this was always a set I wanted because I thought it looked sick. So when I was finally able to get it, I was super happy, and I've had it displayed on my shelf for a long time now. But with the new Sith Infiltrator out, I don't really need to keep this one displayed because I just don't have enough space. So I'll be deciding if I'm going to keep this one up or not. Probably not, because I need more space and I keep getting sets. I guess I'll move on to my final thoughts. My final thoughts on this set is I'm going to say the same thing I say for all older sets. If you truly want one to have and display, then go ahead, get it. Is it truly worth the value? Probably not. There's a Sith Infiltrator that just came out that's going to be cheaper, and you can get a lot better minifigs, and just everything in it is better. But if you're a true fan of Lego and Star Wars and you really want this set, then get it. This one specifically hasn't had a crazy price hike because it's still roughly around $35 if you want it used, which is how I got mine. And in my opinion, it's just a beautiful set. It does everything it needs to for the time, and personally for me, it's a 9 out of 10 set. But maybe my view is altered because I've had this one displayed for a long time and I think it's beautiful. Past that, if I was truly ranking this and comparing it to modern day Sith Infiltrators, then yeah, this one's not worth it. It doesn't have nearly any of the stuff that you want nowadays. It doesn't have structure. It doesn't look good. The minifigures aren't good. So in my opinion, it's truly if you want it versus don't want it. And in most people's cases, they're not going to want this. Lastly, before I end the review, I have one final thing to show you, which is the instruction booklet. I've forgotten to show you the instructions on the last couple of sets, but I haven't actually had them in person. For this set, I do, and I'm just going to go ahead and show you a couple of the pages. Standard instructions, you can see that's where it tells you who the minifig is, what you're building. And then I don't think this one actually has movie scenes. Yeah, it doesn't. So standard instructions. What this one had is the comic at the back, which showed you all the different builds you could do. So here's the comic. You can see that in the pictures, they would tell you the number, and then it would correlate to a page where it would show you all of the alternate builds. I'm not going to do any of them, but I think they look funny or sick. I wish Lego kept doing this. They don't really do it anymore because people complain that it was too hard, but there's some more alternate builds. That's about it. You can see the stamp from 1999, 7151. I don't have the box for this set, but it looks exactly like the instructions do. It said the Sith Infiltrator, 7151. The logo at the 1999 time. These had system at the top, and then just a whole bunch of info about what the set did on the back of the box. That's about it. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.